thank you for coming out, especially the students, this afternoon. My name is Dick Durbin. I'm a senator from the state of Illinois, born and raised in East St. Louis and Illinois, and grew up in Fairview Heights. My wife, Loretta, born in Centerville, Illinois, and was a student at Southern Illinois University when they first opened this campus. We actually met at SIU way back when it had an East St. Louis campus. Didn't last very long. So I have a connection to this school. I'm amazed every time I come here of how it has grown and what an amazing, great institution it is. Students, you're lucky. You're at a good place, an affordable place. And today, I'm going to be joined by Ann Callis, the Democratic candidate for Congress in this district, to talk about an issue that's important to every single one of you, and certainly to your families. And that's the question of student loans and student debt. It is a challenge for anyone who doesn't get a full ride or have a family that can pay for everything to come up with the money to go to school. It's an investment that you know is worth it, because a college education can literally change your life for the better and let you realize your dream. But many people who engage in taking out student loans don't realize at the time what they're signing up for. The amount of student loans now, the terms of the loans, the interest on the loans, all of these things are new to many students, and they're following the guidance or suggestion of people at the university or friends or members of the family, and many times they don't know exactly what they're getting into. What we're trying to do in Washington, D.C. in the second week of September in the United States Senate is to call a measure which I've introduced with Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts that will allow students to renegotiate and refinance their student loans to a lower interest rate. You can refinance your home, you can refinance your car, you should be allowed to refinance your student loan. And what happens when the interest rate comes down? When the interest rate comes down, it means that your payments will reduce more of the principal, your payments may be lower, you may pay off your loan more quickly. This is an opportunity for us. This should be a bipartisan issue. Who in the world wants to argue for higher interest rates on student loans? This is our opportunity to step forward as a nation and to help the millions who are facing these student loan obligations. Student loan debt in America today is greater than credit card debt in America today. It's over $1.2 trillion. And many of the students who are incurring this debt are finding it very, very difficult later in life to pay it off. And I might say, this is not like any other debt. Student loan debt, you should know going in, eyes wide open, is not dischargeable in bankruptcy. It means you will have this debt until you pay it off. And if your parents co-sign, they have just joined you in an obligation that is going to be with you until it is satisfied. I don't want to discourage people from taking out student loans. I never could have finished undergrad or law school without them. But what we need to do is to make student loans more affordable for students. There are many other things that we need to do when it comes to student loans and to make your job easier as a student. You've got enough hard work in the classroom and out to finish your education. We want to make sure at the end of that education that you have a debt that is manageable, that you could pay back. I had to borrow my way all through college and law school, paid it all back, never dreamed I could. It seemed like a mountain of debt at the time. I won't tell you the number, you'll laugh out loud, but it seemed like a mountain of debt at the time, and we paid it back. And the interest rate was low because the government provided the loan. Now we want to bring that interest rate down.